refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse. Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
It is. We don't know what happened. It is what it is. It is what it is, man.
World premiere.
Welcome. Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. We have a great episode for y'all today. As you can already see, we're getting off to the right foot. But I got two of my bros with me, and I'm going to let you know what we're going to talk about soon. But before I do that, I got to introduce my brothers, man. I got Missy, your done son, sitting in the middle. All right, he's in the middle. I don't know how that worked, right?
Oh no, I'm back.
We got my man Davey Dollars sitting on the right side. Now I'm in the middle. All right, how y'all doing, fellas?
We all over the place, but we here. I'm here. Man, I'm glad to be back. Talk some of these sports. It's funny how we always set up the topics and then something crazy seem to happen. It's like when we set up the topic, something crazy happened. When we need one more topic, something crazy happened, and that just lets you know that's what the sports is. But we back. I'm ready to talk about it. I'm still tied with Dave, so I'm feeling good. How y'all?
Yep. The finals is going to be a tiebreaker more than likely. But I'm excited. Like you said, we got some topics to talk about. We had some breaking news that happened just hours before the show. Tibbs gone out of New York. I want to know who's the prize. That's what I want to know. And then we got two people coming on the show today. We got my boy BWT Teddy coming on to talk some baseball talk. And then, of course, we got a representation in the finals. Ty, Pacers fan. So he coming on here. And I know he got some smoke for some people that picked against him. Me, of course. So I can't wait to see what's going to happen today. But y'all know, Dave's Doghouse was just the other day. Make sure you go tune into the last episode. It's Tuesday, though, fellas. It's the first show of the week. So y'all know what we got to do.
What we do?
Turn me up. Up. Jody, do your thing.
All right, y'all. We are streaming this on 4 different platforms: Facebook, YouTube, X, and Twitch. So make sure y'all like the video on all 4 platforms if you can. Make sure you follow and subscribe on all of our social media platforms. You can follow us everywhere at Refuse to Lose Sports, but on Twitch and X, you can follow us at R2L Sports. And lastly, share this episode with somebody, so they can come on and watch this show live with you, because you can be involved in the show by being in the comment section. We can see all the comments y'all will be putting out throughout the show. Shout out to my boy Daniel for being the first comment. Hey, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Yes, sir. And we got my boy Ty, TYP, Pacers fan. Pacers. He's excited. He's going to come on like Dave said. But last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. Tomo, go ahead and take it over.
So I know we got our special guest backstage, and he's not really a special guest, but he is a special guest because everyone, once they comes on R2L, is a special guest. So we got to say shout out to BWT's Teddy. I'm waiting for Teddy. I don't know how the camera's gonna do you, Teddy, but we here.
And look,
Are you here? Or is it me?
And look, the camera switched to how it's supposed to be as soon as we switched.
Hold on. I know we live, but y'all can see the cameras moving.
Yeah.
We all in a corner on my screen.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
Teddy, my bad. We just gonna have to make some things work. What's up, Teddy? How you feeling?
Man, the producer.
What's up, fellas? How we doing?
You doing good?
What's going on, Teddy?
How about you?
I'm doing all right. Man. Just finished up a West Coast trip, and we're gonna talk about it.
Nice. Talk about it.
Well, since we here, let's talk about
It's,
it.
I'm just, I just want to let you know. You know who's about to win the MLB Analyst of the Year, right?
What?
You know who's about to win the MLB Analyst of the Year, right?
I have no idea.
You looking at him like that? It's
Hey,
me. It's me. It's
I don't
me.
know, man. There's a two-time defending person for that. It's
I understand that.
I don't know.
But
I don't know.
He in the rearview mirror right now. I'm in front, so I'm just letting you know. I got
Listen, man. I got nothing to do with that. Just
know when you got another show, let me know. I need to run them numbers up.
Javon gonna mess around and hop on your show.
Javon might jump on the call right now. He might jump in the time like I'm here.
Hey, Joe, do they get credit for his own show? No, it's his show. All right, I'm gonna make sure I get on all his baseball topics.
Hey, I'm about to have plenty more coming up, so he's gonna have the opportunity.
That's good.
Yeah, man. To talk about the series over the weekend.
Hey, Teddy, you sound very.
You don't even spell it right, bro.
You breaking up, my boy.
Yeah. Audio issues.
Yeah, your car Wi-Fi not working.
I did hear you ain't spell it right. That's anything wrong?
I heard that too.
I'm looking at
he's talking about Blaze. Blaze didn't spell it right in the comments.
I'm looking at the job. I'm like, I messed up.
Yeah,
Let's go, Red Sox.
Wait, is Teddy? Oh, we gotta wait for Teddy to come back. All right, he joined him back.
Hey, Blaze, all I'm gonna say is at least you tried, my boy. At least you tried. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it.
Hey, while we waiting for Teddy to come back, I'm what's the name? I'm gonna show y'all how my screen look on my end, so y'all can see that I'm not tripping, because it's going crazy over here. But as long as I don't glitch out, is he back yet?
I look like he's trying to get back in.
He trying to join us.
All right, so I mean, we can touch on it a little bit. You know, he said he is the reigning MLB Analyst of the Year. So while while the studio was building this plane while it's in the air. So, Dave, tell us about this Yankees versus Dodgers, this World Series Part 2. You know, this rivalry that's been going on between these two teams. What did you think about this series?
Dodgers smacked the Yankees. That's what happened. That's what I saw. They got smacked. Now they didn't get swept, but Dodgers won the series, and it seemed very clear who the better team was. But I mean, and the Dodgers and both teams have a lot of injuries right now. The Dodgers have a lot of pitching injuries right now. The Yankees have some injuries going on right now. Like Jazz Chisholm didn't play in the series at all. He just came back today, so that was a key missing piece for them. And it's just that I think Mookie Betts didn't even play. He didn't play in the whole series. So there were some injuries going on both sides. To me, it's just like the Dodgers are still the better team between the two, as far as what I've seen so far, and especially in the series, because I think the second game they had like 10 runs within like the first 3 innings or something like that. So the Dodgers were just on fire. But the Yankees came out with the win in the third game to not get swept. So I think it'll be better if they play again, honestly, because I think the teams will be a lot healthier during that time. But I mean, these are two of the best teams in the league. So I wasn't expecting the Dodgers to play that well in the second game. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, the Dodgers are the better team to me. They did spend the most money to have most of the guys there, even though most of that money is deferred, which a lot of people have been complaining about. But I mean, the Dodgers, they still got Shohei Ohtani. They still got a lot of the other players on the team that helps them out. You know, Freddie Freeman's still pretty good. Max Muncy. So they still do a lot of things well to be able to win the series. So I thought it would have been a lot closer, but the Dodgers clearly seem like the team that's head and shoulders above the Yankees at the moment.
Is he back?
I think he's back.
All right, he's on mute. I got you. There you go, Teddy. Oh man.
Is it working now?
Somewhat.
I don't know
Go
what's
ahead.
going on.
You're good enough.
Well, game one, it started exactly how inning 5 ended. The pitcher not covering first base, and it was just. And then Judge hit the bomb, and then Otani answered in the first inning, and then Yankees go up 5-1, and then the 5th inning happened again. It was just a repeat of Game 5 of the World Series. Dodgers were able to come back and win that game. Game 2 was an embarrassment to Yankee Nation. 18-2 was the final score. Max Muncy hit 2 home runs. Otani struck out twice. He went 0 for 4. But the rest of the Dodgers offense was able to pick up the slack. Dalton Rushing got his first career home run off of a position player, so put an asterisk around that. And then the rest of the team was just it was terrible. The Yankees offense didn't show up at all. The only person that showed up was Aaron Judge. These guys are funny, huh? They're funny. They're funny. But and then game 3 we were able to get one on the board. Funny how game 2 nobody showed up but Aaron Judge, and then game 3 everybody got a hit but Aaron Judge, and we came out with the victory. Ryan Yarbrough continues to dominate. He's been one of the top pitchers since filling in that 5th spot in the rotation. So he's been a great fill-in for them. He had Otani looking foolish. So that was great to see. The top 3 hitters were the top 4 hitters were 0 for 16 in that game, and that was the first time that happened in a long time for that Dodgers lineup. And if you're able to keep those guys off the bases, then you have a good chance of having success against the Dodgers lineup. That's why we were able to get the win on Sunday Night Baseball.
Yeah, the audio is back to like, yeah, it's gonna like he is out of nowhere. But I do got a question for you, and hopefully you answer the audio better. How are you feeling about like how confident on a scale of 1 through 10 are you feeling if you guys were to match up again in the World Series that y'all can actually win this time?
I feel like an 8. You got to remember. The Yankees don't have 2 of their 5 starting pitchers. Garrett Cole has been said to be ahead of schedule on his surgery, and Luis Hill hasn't thrown an inning this year. Again, Jazz didn't play that series, and we had our guy Oswaldo Cabrera. He fractured his foot in Seattle, which was a terrible scene. He's one of the big clubhouse guys, so that to me it helps a lot having those guys. I'm extremely confident in this group. Uh, they are one of the top offenses in the league for a reason, and that's without Juan Soto. So everyone was like, "Oh, they lost Juan Soto. They're not going to be able to hit. Blah blah blah. This and that." But the other guy that they got in that trade for Juan Soto has better numbers than Juan Soto right now, Trent Grisham. So shout out to Trent Grisham. He has been one of the key guys in this lineup. He has, I believe, like 13 home runs right now. He's batting like 250, and he's plays Gold Glove defense. One of the guys out there. He makes everything look smooth. It looks like it might look like he's like jogging to the ball, but he knows exactly where to go and how to get there. And he makes everything just look too easy out there. And Judge is back in right field making diving plays. I don't see anybody complaining about his defense now. He actually made a diving play on Teoscar Hernandez, and that didn't get talked about as much as the one error that he had last year, which was of course in the biggest game of the year. But uh, but Dave, don't do that. Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it, Dave.
I'm just saying, I ain't say nothing. Just do your thing, do your thing.
But yeah, I'm extremely confident in this group. Plan B was uh, Cody Bellinger, Max Fried, uh, Paul Goldschmidt, and Derek Williams. Devin Williams. My bad.
Dang, days in a row. And so you said something. We're back to
I'm sorry.
It's that it's that Boston curse, man. That Boston curse.
Hey, I mean, we got to interrupt a little something, you know.
I do. Go ahead.
I kind of got a little something to say about that because I know you mentioned some of the guys that you got out. I mean, I mentioned this too. The Dodgers have a lot of players that's out too. Mookie Betts just now, you know, he's not expected to return. Well, he just returned today. Tyler Glass now is on a 60-day IL. Blake Snell's on a 60-day IL. Michael Kopech is on a 60-day IL. Kirby Yates, he just went on a 15-day IL. Emmett Sheeman, Eduardo Henriquez, Luis Garcia, Evan Phillips, Rocky Sasaki, Kyle Hurt. They got a lot of injuries on their team as well. So I do like the fact that you have confidence, of course, but I think the Dodgers will still be favored because they still have a lot of injuries that's on their team as well, and they beat y'all with all those injuries too.
All right, Teddy, I do want to ask you another question, but I do want to say this too. You got to feel good how y'all treated Yamamoto, you know, in that last game. I mean, everybody was eating that game. But since he's in the comments, how will you feel about a potential scale of 1 through 10, potential matchup between the Tigers and the Yankees? You on mute? Yeah, I'll mute you. I got you. Oh, go ahead, y'all. Do your thing.
I've laid off the trash talk to the Tigers.
Hold on, Teddy. Hold up. All right, go.
I've laid off the trash talk about the Tigers just because they're one of the best teams in the MLB right now. They're first team to 40 wins. They're doing great. But I don't know how they're going to match up against the Yankees. They beat us in the series 2 out of 3 in Comerica Park or whatever that trash field is in Detroit. But it's not going to be snowing in October, I'll tell you that. So I'm really not worried about them. They got one pitcher, and that's only one game, and that one pitcher is going to go up against our guy as well. So he's honestly one of the top guys in the major leagues right now as well. So that's going to be a great game. And then who do they got after that?
Hey, what's funny? Go ahead, Tomo. Go ahead.
Your audio, when you was giving the Tigers praise, your audio was messing up. As soon as you said it's not going to be snowing in October, the audio was perfect. Yankees came through like an angel in the outfield. They was like, nope, you're going to get this one home. There you go. That's crazy.
I was the same thing. He was going on praises. It was crinkly. Carl couldn't hear the praise.
Now you don't cry about it.
That's hilarious. All right, Teddy. Before you get off the show, obviously, just give your last words and let everybody know how they can find you.
Yeah, subscribe to BWT on YouTube. Also, that kid _Ricardo on Instagram, and make sure you guys are liking all the content that I'm going to be putting out. Red Sox this weekend. Sorry, Dave. Red Sox suck. Just want you to know that.
As soon as you start talking about the Red Sox,
and then we're in the Bronx, so yeah, and I know you guys are going to talk about the NBA Finals, so I'm going to give you my prediction. I said it in the chat, and I'm going to stick to it because when I was on here talking about the Celtics and who was their biggest threat, I said the Pacers because of the way that they play, and I got the Pacers in 6.
What?
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm going to drop the mic on that. I'm going to go hit some bombs out in this softball game playing across the street from the Garden. So peace out, fellas. Have a great show.
All right,
Thank you.
Teddy.
Appreciate it.
The God gonna get bombed next. So
I mean, somebody got to play there.
With the Halliburton? The Halliburton James? What's going on here?
Hey, it did get perfect so he start trashing the Red Sox.
Every time though, every time. So he's like, I don't trash talk the Tigers. They're a good team. They're the first team to 40 wins, and then it just went everywhere. Then he's like, it's not gonna be snowing in October. He's like, I hope you heard that. That's crazy.
Oh
Man, thanks again, Teddy, for joining the show. But shocking news. It's kind of funny. Can I peel back the curtain a little bit, fellas, about the topic that we actually were gonna touch on?
Yeah.
And we was actually gonna talk about should it be time for the Knicks to move on from Cat? And the Knicks said we ain't moving on from Cat. We're gonna move on from that Tibbs, that is, because that's exactly what just happened. The Knicks fired Tibbs. Breaking news, it was revealed that they were letting Tom Thibodeau go of his duties as head coach of the New York Knicks. The guy that led the Knicks to the first Eastern Conference Finals in 25 years. They made the playoffs 4 out of the 5 years that he was there. We talking about a Knicks team that had 50 consecutive wins for the first time and since the 90s. Like, I'm just saying, there's a lot of curses that was broken with this guy, and now they're just saying they want to move on from him. So, fellas, we got to react to it. Do you think it was the right decision for the Knicks to move on from Tibbs? And I got to handle one thing, and I'll be right back. We start that off with you, Joe. Go ahead.
No, let one day go first in this one. I know he's gonna spaz or something. I don't know. They gonna set the tempo.
I ain't gonna spaz, but
Okay.
I'm gonna just say I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. This is what the Knicks organization does. As long as James Dolan is there, they make these kind of decisions. Now, it actually wasn't James Dolan that made this decision. It was actually the guy who represented Tibbs before he got hired here. This was supposed to be his guy, Leon. I think it's Leon. I can't remember his name right now, but
Leon Rose.
Leon Rose
man.
brought him over here.
Yeah.
This was supposed to be his guy, but he got him up out of there. It was his decision to make it. I heard that he had the front office had a meeting with the top players with the Knicks, and then they made the decision. So I'm not sure if it was, if Brunson and Cat and OG and Mikhail, if all these guys and Josh Hart all came together and was like, yeah, we need to move on, because it's a different tune for me, because Brunson right after the game, pretty much, I mean, and I guess it could have just been emotions during that time, but he said that Tibbs is the coach for the job. So he was in support of Tibbs' thing. But I'm also not surprised just because it's Tibbs. I mean, Tibbs, when you look at like some of the top head coaches in the league, Tibbs ain't really on that list. It's like he has some success, but you don't look at him as like, you know what, that's a coach that somebody has to get. When you look at those kind of coaches, you look at like Pop, even though Pop is, now in the front office. You look at Pop, you look at Steve Kerr, you look at Eric Spoelstra, you look at Mike Malone, you look at Taylor Jenkins. These are some of the guys that a lot of the coaches, a lot of players have respect for, and the guys that people think that those guys can take them to the championship. And like Joe Mazzulla with the Celtics, and even Ime Udoka with the Rockets.
Oh, Rockets. Sorry.
So you got some of those coaches that, like, yeah, you like those that it'll be shocked if you see one of them fired. I mean, unless Ime does something else again. But outside of that, just the coaching itself, you're just like, all right, I can see why Tibbs got fired, because I mean, what's Tibbs known for? He's known for running his players to the ground and not trusting his bench. And and that happened again. He looked at his bench a little too late. and it worked in one game, but and then it's like the bench has no rhythm. They don't know what to do. The only guys that you really went to in the bench was Mitchell Robinson and damn, I can't remember the point guard's name.
McBride.
Yeah, Deuce McBride. Those are the only two you really went to on the bench. Even though you had Landry Shamet there, and when he came in, he played really good minutes and got some buckets in there for you. And then you had DeLon Wright, who's a good defensive guy. If you had him in there, he probably would have helped you get some stops. But you didn't use him. You didn't use them until Game 5. Game 5 and Game 6, it was a little too late. Now you ended up winning Game 5 to force Game 6. But I mean, you probably should have did that a little sooner. You should have started the series by looking at your bench and starting to use some of these guys. But the thing is, the Knicks, what are they going to do now? What's the next step? Are they going to go hire a Mike Malone? Are they going to go hire a Taylor Jenkins? That's what I'm looking at right now. Like, what are they going to do next? Because what were the Knicks before Tibbs got there? They were nothing. They were trash, pretty much. They couldn't do anything. They didn't make a postseason like 7 years before he got there. And this is the first time they've made the Eastern Conference Finals in 25 years. He's had 24 postseason wins, and before then, the team as a whole, before he got there, had a total of 7 postseason wins before he got there. So he was a big difference, and he helped, kind of sort of what they were right now. So I think what they should have done was probably wait another season, maybe, because he got you guys all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals. I mean, and then you got back-to-back 51 seasons, 3 seasons of 45 plus wins. So the team started to improve, and you just got this roster together. You just got Mikal Bridges. You just got Karl Anthony Towns. You just put this roster together, and you automatically got him out, fire him after he's got you guys to the Eastern Conference Finals in 25 years. So I think it was probably a little too soon, but I understand it because of what Tibbs does as a coach and the history of the Knicks. So I wasn't too surprised.
All right, let's bring Tomo back on stage if you can. What's up, Tomo?
I'm back. I was watching on YouTube. I'm like, how am I YouTube? I look perfect, but over here I'm watching 3 squares. But
you still see the original?
No, I'm good now. We good now.
Oh, that's why you. Okay, that's why you did what you did. All right. Cool.
Yeah, I had a feeling. Sometimes they be trying to set you up like they did Tibbs. But I'm back. All right. You want to go, Joe?
No, go ahead. All right,
cool. So, Dave, you kind of touched on everything that I wanted to get into because, again, I think the Boys and Men song said it perfect. I mean, it's the end of the road for Tibbs because I think they seen, like, or as Jordan would say, the ceiling is the roof. Because if you look at his stint with the Knicks, it kind of almost reminds you of his stint with the Bulls. He took a team out of purgatory, and now they in the playoffs, and he also took the same team to the Eastern Conference Finals once. But the difference is, I think, with the Bulls, he had an MVP player. Over here, he just more so had the clutchest player in the league. Again, he's won awards, Coach of the Year awards with them. He's also had a good playoff record with him. If you look at the playoffs with the Knicks, what is it, 24-23? If you look at it with the Bulls, I mean, some would say it's not good, but it's still 23-28. The fact that this coach can get you back to the playoffs with his coaching style and the players that he's had, those are some of the things you got to look at. Then you turn around and then you look at the GM and say, well, I don't think it was the players that said this. They may have had something to say about his coaching style, but I don't think it was the players that said Tibbs needs to leave because, again, he got you over a hump that you haven't seen since the 90s. Mm-hmm. Again, he got you over. I mean, they haven't, and shout out to J-Mo, they haven't beaten a good team up until they got to the playoffs because this is also one of the reasons why I kept picking other teams outside of the Knicks. I'm like, well, they can't beat a good team, so why would I trust them in the playoffs? And then here you go. I mean, they just ran into a Pacers team that had it all well put together, but then some people would say that goes back to coaching, right? They're like, there's some little elements that you can tweak, and you could have won a few of those games. It wasn't like the Pacers was always running away with it because you had 2 or 3 games. You had a game where you pushed them to 6. You could have got swept, and you found a way to win the game. And then even in the last game, it was like, can they do it? Can they do it? And then Cat happened. But that's a whole nother story. But we're talking about a team, and this is a great question because I wanted to ask this question too, is what is next? What coach is out there? What coach wants to come to this actual team and think of it? How are you going to build it? Are you going to keep the same pieces around? Do you want to keep that continuity there and try to get the best out of your bench players? Because they got a starting 5 that you can trust, but how are they actually going to build around it? Well, I'll say starting 6 because if you want to say Bridges, you can bring DeLon. Shamet was finding some ways to make some plays, but that's another story. I'm not the GM, also the same GM that traded 5 picks for Mikal Bridges. So there's just ways you got to think about how this is really going to go. And I know they're not mad at the Julius Randle trade because we seen what Julius Randle woke up and started to do in Minnesota. So they like, see, we told y'all this was going to happen. So for me, it's more so what's next for Tibbs? Does he retire? And more so for the Knicks, it's like, I don't think it was the right time. I'm with you on giving him one more year. You got to give him one more year. And if it ends the way it did this year, then you move on. But I do think they felt like they reached this apex with Tibbs, so they want to go and find what else is out there. But I don't know what's out there right now.
So it's funny, right? So I asked y'all, do y'all want to talk about the Cat situation? My original question was going to be Tibbs. But after the news came out with Cat in the locker room, or they was complaining about his defense, I'm like, maybe that'd be a better topic. And then boom, he get fired. I'm like, oh, back to the original topic. Because I believe that he should be on the hot seat. I think I said this during the Detroit Pistons series that he should be getting more from this team. This is a very talented team, and I feel like he's not maxing out with this team. J-Mo said in the comments, we forget that he lost to all the good teams all year last year, like early this year. And then I think Tomo said in the opening, he said the GM felt like the Celtics. No, J-Mo said this in the comments too. The GM felt like the Celtics series was a fluke, but they should have beaten the Pacers. I think that's probably legit. That's probably what he's actually thinking, you know? So listen to this. Tibbs, we all know what his main issue is. He run guys to the ground. You look at, and they mention it. You look at his starting 5. Do y'all know his starting 5? All of them are in the top 25 in minutes played in the season. All of them. Josh Hart, 37.6 minutes per game. Mikal Bridges, 37. Josh Hart is second in the league. Mikal Bridges is 4th with 37 minutes a game. OG is 6th with 36.6 a game. Jalen Brunson is 17th with 35.5 a game. And Cat is 25th with exactly 35 a game. Do you know that there are only 3 other teams that have only 2 players in the top 25? Tibbs got his whole starting 5 in the top 25. And guess what those 3 teams are? The Suns with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. The Kings with Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. People forget Zach LaVine played for the Bulls first. That's probably why. And the Nuggets with Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic. Do you know what all 3 of those teams got in common? They all fired their coach this year. All 3 of them.
I was about to say Bradley Beal.
So, and here's the thing. One thing about Tibbs also, he had certain lineups that did well and never went back to it. Do y'all know for only one game, he had a lineup with Cat on the floor, OG, Josh Hart, Mitchell Robinson, and McBride. For 5 minutes in one game, do you know they were a plus 11 in those 5 minutes? And he never went back to that lineup in the playoffs? Did y'all know that? And also, one game for 9 minutes, Cat, Payne, OG, Bridges, and McBride. Plus 8. And he never went back to that lineup. Those are the top 2 plus-minus lineups, and he never went back to that lineup, which is crazy. All right? But, and I'm also, everybody said, oh, you know, he was the best Knicks coach since your boy, Pat Riley. You know, like, he took them to far heights. They ain't been to the Eastern Conference Finals since they went to the finals in 1999. But guess what? Sometimes you got to see ahead of time. You can't just say, oh, we got to the Eastern Conference Finals. It's a success. What happened in the Eastern Conference Finals? I think we all can agree he got outcoached by Rick Carlisle. The Pacers won that series because Rick Carlisle coaching ability, the system he created throughout the years with Indiana, overpower what the Knicks had to offer. It wasn't player by player. because we go player by player, the Knicks probably got a better roster. But when you look at how the Pacers play, was good for the type of guys they have, full court man defense, play fast. Siakam every time, like Siakam, like they just run the floor over every missed basket. He just coach circles around Tibbs. So I'm a fan of getting rid of the coach while you're peaking and bring somebody else in the elevator. We saw Mark Jackson. He took the Warriors to 47 wins, then 51 wins, chopped his head off, figuratively speaking. He fired him and brought in Steve Kerr, 67 wins, NBA championship. JB Bickerstaff. I mean, Cleveland was in the dumps when LeBron left, right? He get there. They made the play-in. Then they made the playoffs, 44 wins. They made the playoffs, 51 wins. He gets fired. And then they had the second most wins in the franchise history by Kenny Atkins.
And they still lost. And
they lost. It lost. Lost to the Pacers. Guys are going to the championship. They lost, But then you got Udoka. Udoka went to the finals his first year. Now, he got fired for different circumstances, but he got fired. Joe Mazzulla gets in, take the team from 51 wins to 57, and then 64 and win a championship. So just because you get fired while you're peaking doesn't mean it's a bad decision. They just have to make the right decision in this situation. And I could also mention Denver, because I don't think Mike Malone would. I mean, people think Mike Malone is all this stuff. I mean, I like Mike Malone, but I like what this coach did in the playoffs. He did things I don't think Mike Malone would have done, because he didn't want to play Westbrook. Remember that, y'all? He didn't want to mess with Westbrook. So I like the move, but the question, like Tomo said, who's next? That's the key word. Who's next? And it has to be a team, a coach who can max out this roster they got.
That's the question, though. That's the question.
Yeah,
like, who you gonna go get? Because
look.
You gotta get, because what you gotta do, the bar has been set now, especially for Knicks fans. Like the bar has been set.
What most people gotta
get? Right? They gotta get to the finals. But go ahead.
They gonna ask about Jay Wright.
You think so?
They are. I already seen it. I got some.
Okay, you probably.
I already seen some Knicks fans talking about maybe possibly hiring Jay Wright because of the Villanova thing. But my thing is just go find a coach that got some NBA experience right now, man. Because you don't want to mess around with that right now.
Not with what you got right now. No, you don't want to bring that inexperience in with this. You have the continuities there. They're not gonna get rid of Cat because of the defensive situation. I know they complained about it, but you're not gonna get rid of him. You're not getting rid of you surely not getting rid of Jalen Brunson. So if you're not gonna blow it up, you gotta make sure you go get the right coach.
I don't know.
Look, hey J-Mo, run the money. Doug Collins. Michael Jordan loved Doug Collins. He's getting his head beat across with a brick by the Detroit Pistons, but he loved Doug Collins. And that was his coach. And he was like,
What was happening? Jordan was losing games?
He was, yeah. He lost games, yeah. I mean, the man ain't Jesus. The man human like all of us.
I'm just saying, I didn't know he lost games.
Yeah, people act like he don't lose games. He lost. I mean, he lost a bunch of games. But like, so he loved Doug Collins. And they like, we gotta get rid of Doug Collins. And I'm a fan of this. I'm not a big fan of reaching over to get somebody like the Suns. They keep getting these. They keep recycling old coaches, bro. Like that's why it's important.
Old players, yo.
Like, no, for real they do though. But like the thing is, what they did, they promoted Phil Jackson. They promoted him, a guy that's already in the system. That's why I like that better. That's why I like the fact that Denver kept their coach. So Shane was right. They went and got Phil Jackson and Murder She Wrote. 6 in a row.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Joe. You was spot on. I'm sorry, Joe.
I know.
Backstage.
It's all good.
You carried the note and everything.
We're playing musical chairs up here too.
Ooh, that is hilarious.
No, boy, it's just like every time it just keeps switching up. Tomo was over here. I was over there. Now we switched up.
It's acting like Zoom. Whoever talk.
Right.
Like whoever talk. But I mean, Knicks fans. I mean, coming from a Cowboy fan, that's what's gonna happen. Y'all broke a curse, and now you out here firing your coach. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let the Cowboys make a conference championship, especially after the Commanders done did it.
Toronto
might blow up.
I know, right? Y'all make one go crazy.
You said Toronto.
Yeah, Maple Leafs. That's what the Dallas
See,
Cowboys.
I got a lot to say about that too, Dave. I ain't like that comparison, but it's okay. I understood where you was coming from, but we're not gonna worry. It's not about the Cowboys because they not in the playoffs right now. They didn't even make the playoffs. But one team showed up 2 years ago when he came on here and told the Wizards that they're gonna get the number 1 pick.
Mm-hmm.
Pacers didn't make the playoffs. They bounced back the next year. They make the playoffs. They made the Eastern Conference. What was the Eastern Conference Finals?
Mm-hmm.
He was telling Joe all year that they won the trade. We already know Joe conceded by now. He conceded. So I'm only saying this for the new viewers. Joe conceded. He's saying they definitely won the trade. And if he wasn't conceding, he definitely had to now because this team has made the finals. So I don't know what type of rabbit foot you got. But I know you're a Ravens fan. If you want to share some of that love in the NFC, come on over, bro. Because the Pacers are now representing the Eastern Conference in the NBA Finals. Pascal Siakam is the Eastern Conference Final MVP. I love the memes that's going around about Halliburton's face when he's like, what y'all talking about? But also, I love the fact that Halliburton is trolling New York with all the 50 Cent songs because he's saying he run New York at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to bring up one of the co-hosts from In the Red Corner, also the number 1 Pacers fan in the NBA chat. Also, just what's up, Ty?
What's up, man?
What's going on?
What's up, Ty?
I can barely hear you.
What's up, Ty?
What's up, man?
How you feeling, man?
What's up?
How you
feeling great, man. I'm feeling lovely over here. I'm hugged over here. All this pace again. I'm feeling good right now. I feel like a winner. No, y'all don't look like I feel like a winner though.
Well, I got you up here now, so I'm gonna tell you this. I mean, look, the Indiana Pacers haven't made the finals since 2000. Man, I was 10. What came out in 2000? I was looking at one of the old elementary little agenda books that we had back in 2000. I'm gonna share that in the group. That's a lot. A lot's happened since 2000, but they're here now. And Ty, I know you got all the gear on, so this is your moment, man. This is your reaction, man. How you feeling now that the Pacers are in the finals?
I already knew what's gonna happen. I told you this, and before we had a show in the Red Corner, we're going to the championship. I said this already. I already knew what's gonna happen. I've been saying it all playoffs. 15 more to go, 14 more to go. Now we got 4 more to go. No, people think that OKC gonna beat us, but I highly doubt it. Reason why I highly doubt it is because we're just better than them. I know they got SGA, but you need more than just a player to beat us. We already proved that already. Like when Joe said that Bucks gonna beat us because they got Giannis, beat them. When AJ said that Cavaliers gonna beat us because of defense, beat them. When AJ also said that the Knicks gonna beat us because of defense, beat them. So I don't care about no defense. I don't care about no players. We still gonna beat them.
Let him cook now.
So go ahead, Tomo.
I was gonna say, I was waiting for you to give us one of your analogies. I thought you was gonna say, I know they sick, they can't keep up with it. Pacers in 6. I don't know what you was gonna say here, but go ahead, Joe.
So Ty, now so matter of fact, before I ask you this question, for all the Knicks fans that's watching, what will be your message to them right now?
So what again?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
I said to all the Knicks fans out there, what will be your message to them?
A message to them is maybe Daddy be nice to you next year.
Oh my God!
Emotional damage.
Oh my God!
That was perfect. That was perfect.
Now I know Joe and them from not you, Joe. I know Joe Jackson and them from Indiana, but Ty.
We own them every year. We own them.
Yeah, that's 2 years in a row they beat New
Back
York
to
though.
back. You right.
He not lying.
Yeah.
Last year they made excuses about injuries, and this year I'm hearing excuses about game one. How you feel about that?
It's always going to be an excuse. BTA. That's all. BTA. Okay. That's all.
My thing is, how's that excuse me? Y'all the ones that execute it. Like,
Facts.
I know.
I mean, Neesmith hit 5 threes in a row.
They don't want to give the lead.
Neesmith hit 5 threes in a row, bro. All right, Ty, real question. And
they need better defense. Better defense, better coaching, I guess. Yeah.
I don't want to stir up controversy in Indy line, whatever y'all call it. Do you think Siakam deserved an MVP?
I plead the fifth.
Oh, can me ask you this: are you okay with him winning an MVP?
I plead the fifth.
Dang, I guess not.
Come on now, dog. Come
Nah,
on,
I think
man.
Halliburton should have won that MVP. Even though Siakam had more points, but Halliburton had more assists, more rebounds, and more steals. And then when Halliburton had a bad game, we lost. So,
Yeah. See,
I the most valuable player.
I know Celtics fans probably watching this and like, but Joe, you said Jason Tatum averaged more points and stuff than Jaylen Brown, but you thought Jaylen Brown should have won MVP. Jaylen Brown had the moments also. Tyrese Halliburton had all the moments. Like that game winner in game one, he had a 30-point triple-double, whatever. That was a moment, although Siakam had a moment when he shot 40 and y'all won. And also, the closeout game, Halliburton had 11 in the fourth. He took over the fourth quarter.
If it wasn't for Halliburton, we wouldn't win those games. But I'm glad they gave it to Siakam because guess what? I know Halliburton's a competitive person, so that's gonna make him play harder in the championship. So
yeah, that's true.
Thank you.
He got a tough matchup. You know what I'm saying? He got like 6 dudes that can go on him.
All right, I can't.
I seen it.
I can't.
Can't what?
Now,
the playoffs?
I was in the playoffs, sir. I'm not like the other two on the show. We were in the playoffs. Sorry.
Hey.
This is long ago I forgot.
Hey,
you can't. What's going on?
We got swept, but we were in the playoffs. I don't think it was a robbery. Now, do I believe Holly should have gotten it? I believe Holly should have gotten I believe Holly should have been the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. However, it was not just the scoring for Pascal Siakam. People are not paying attention to how aggressive he was throughout the entire series, and he was the most consistent. Halliburton didn't just have one bad game. He had 2 bad games.
He wasn't consistent. He was 30-17, 30-15.
What I'm saying is he was consistently aggressive. I'm not talking about just scoring. He was consistently aggressive. And he's the only person in NBA history to have 3 30-point games with less than 2 turnovers, shot 50% from the field and 50% from 3. So he had a fantastic series as well. And in the final game, from quarters 1 through 3, who had them up? It was Pascal Siakam who was cooking. They were already up during that time when Halliburton had scored 11 in the fourth. So Halliburton did have the moments. Don't get me wrong. And like I said, I believe he deserved it because he had more of the clutch moments and everything. And he stepped up when they needed to. But I'm not mad at Pascal Siakam getting the award. I believe it should have been Holly, but I'm not mad at Pascal Siakam getting the award because not only did he have those 30-point games, but he was aggressive throughout the entire series. And he was a problem on offense and defense for the Knicks.
I'm not mad at it, but
yeah, I think we're saying the same thing.
I'm glad it happened.
I just had to say something because people were saying that it was a robbery. I don't think it was a clear robbery.
I do think Tyrese Halliburton defensively was underrated too.
Absolutely underrated. That's one thing that a lot of people aren't talking about when talking about Holly is about his defense. His defense stepped up tremendously this year, and especially in the playoffs.
He got a lot of deflections. He forced a lot of steals.
He had some key blocks in that game too. So Halliburton definitely played great on both sides of the floor.
He said robbery.
Carl, that's Carl, but I don't think it was a robbery. I think it was close, so I'm okay with both of them getting. I believe it should have been Holly, but I'm not mad at Pascal Siakam getting it.
Yeah, that's how I am too. I think Pascal was okay. Like if the Pacers win, they will only win if Halliburton is MVP. That's how I look at it. So he has opportunity, like Tom said.
Yeah.
Man, Ty in the finals, man. Dang.
I know. It hurts. I know because y'all traded our best player.
No,
So
it's
thank
crazy. It don't hurt though. It don't hurt.
Sure.
It don't hurt. I'm dead serious. I'm actually rooting for Ty Halliburton though.
Oh.
I'm glad you're there.
You don't cry at night or nothing?
No, I don't do that. No.
That is petty. Petty.
I don't cry at night, you know. The L happened a long time ago.
Nah, it's still recent to me.
No, it ain't recent to me no more. It's gone. Once y'all made the East Conference Finals last year, it was done. All right.
That makes sense.
I was like, it's over. You know?
Yeah.
So kudos to y'all. Congrats. So Ty, we're gonna talk about the finals. Do you want to stick around and talk about the finals? Okay. He's like, y'all want to be here for that.
Because I was gonna ask you what your prediction, so we can roll right into it. So I know the banner's coming up, but you all know the NBA finals are set. We have one half of the NBA finals represented here. I'm really interested to see what Joe gonna go with this one because I remember how you talked about the Pacers.
I know he's going with this.
I do too. He's been saying
it.
it. He's been saying it, but I'm talking about there's new viewers here. We get new viewers every day, so I gotta sell it a little bit. I'm really interested to see because of how Joe was telling you, Dave, about the Pacers versus the Knicks, and how you both told me about OKC versus the Wolves. And both of these teams are kind of looking like, almost similar in the aspect. One has an MVP.
Ooh.
One has an MVP. There you go. One Atari is gone now. They put him up in the closet. I don't even know. All right, I told you should call him Dreamcast because he was dreaming of going to the finals. But OKC Thunder versus Indiana Pacers. The NBA finals are here. We have our guests, so we're gonna start with the guests first. It's gonna be quick. We know who you picking. Who you got winning?
I don't care about no MVP. I don't care about no OKC or Osei. Can you see Pacers in 6?
Woo.
I can go second.
Yeah, I was gonna say Joe. Who you got?
Yeah, Joe, you go. You go next.
Now, Ty, I have OKC in 6. I do respect the Pacers a lot. All right, I do know. I know in the finals the competition is going to elevate and everything, and it's going to be a fun series. I think both teams. I like the fact that both teams play full court man. That's going to be very exciting. Both teams are not shy of passing the ball. Both teams take care of the ball. Both teams focus for turnovers. It's going to be good. So the key for me in this series, number one, is going to be turnovers. That's going to be a major key. I look at OKC. OKC, number one, they don't turn the ball over. They only turn the ball over 11.8 times a game, which is second throughout everybody in the playoffs. Right? And also, Indiana is 5th at 12.7. So they actually take care of the ball better than Indiana, which is ridiculous to think about, right? Mm-hmm. So they take care of the ball. But on top of that, OKC forces 18 turnovers a game, which is number one in the playoffs right now. 18 a game. And they also get 23.8 points per game off turnovers. That's ridiculous. Now, Indiana's right behind them with 18.8, but it ain't 23. So y'all got to take care of that ball. But like I said, OKC takes care of the ball also. So can y'all force OKC to turn the ball over? OKC is also number one in deflections with 20 a game. They get 20 deflections a game. So they are a hands-on, rough, physical defense. OKC, they don't allow points or turnovers. They don't. They only allow 12. Right? And Indiana, right? And Indiana is first at 12.5. But so that's a great thing. So Indiana don't allow turnovers either, but points or turnovers. But same breath, OKC leads the playoffs in points or turnovers. So it's gonna be a battle. The turnover battle is gonna be a battle. Secondly, shooting, 3-point shooting. Now we talking about field goal shooting. OKC is number one in the playoffs, but Indiana is as far as like opponents, and Indiana is number one as far as offense. So that's gonna be a battle right there. But the 3-point shooting I'm talking about, the reason why I said this already, OKC is not shooting well from 3. They are 4th worst in the playoffs right now. They can be high because they don't be hitting their open threes. The playoffs, they just been off. What's keeping them alive are these turnovers. But Indiana is the number one 3-point shooter team in the playoffs at 40%. So they are really good. But also, OKC Thunder, they are they also do I right here? OKC Thunder, yeah, they allowed 33% from three. So those are two things I'm watching is the turnovers and the 3-point shooting. But come on, Ty. Really? You think Brunson was a monster? You think Brunson was dropping 32 and 35 and 36, 37? What do you think SGA gonna do? Now, last time I went to the NBA Finals, 2000, it was a guy like this. He was like that. He had a bush. Now this dude took out a bush and put some cornrows on it. Headband on it.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
I could honestly see SGA averaging like 38 against y'all.
38?
Yes. I can see that. But you know why? Because the Pacers are fast paced. Jalen Brunson averaged what? 30 what? What he averaged?
Like it was like 32, 33, almost
32,
35
33. Now with Jalen Brunson, he got wore down. Game 5, game 6, he disappeared. I couldn't find him in the second half. That ain't happening to SGA. That ain't happening. I'm trying to think who gonna guard him. Benedict Mathurin? You might put Siakam. Don't matter. He's moving. He's moving big dudes over him with his forearm. Julius Randle, get off me. I know how big you are. Get off me. So SGA gonna be a problem. And on defense, they got a lot of dogs to sick on Holly. They got a lot of dogs. I mean, Caruso, Lou Dort, J-Dub. Siakam gotta get this series. Siakam gotta go to work. That's what I gotta say. He gotta go to work. So we'll see. OKC in 6.
Now Joe took most of my points.
Sorry.
But also, Joe, it's funny that you said that he can average 38 a game against them. You know what he averages against the Pacers?
39.
Exactly. So I can actually see that. You know what? How he averages against them?
What he averaged?
He doesn't average a double-double. I know that. I think it's like 11 points per game and 6 assists per game.
Chat ain't playing either game.
There you go. He didn't play.
They got blown out twice.
And the OKC has only lost one game all season against the East, and that was against the Cleveland Cavaliers in January this year. I think that the way that the Pacers like to play also feeds into what OKC does best. That's the way OKC wants to play. They want to play full court. They want to play defense. That you're playing right into their hands. And if you look at the two teams, who's the better defensive team, it is clearly OKC. Now, this is not to disrespect the Pacers, because the Pacers have stepped up tremendously as a defensive team. They like to play 94 feet. They make sure they get up on everybody, wherever they make a shot or miss a shot. They're everywhere on defense. But OKC is just, to me, it's just a different animal when it comes to OKC. The way that their team is all built together. They got 2 7-footers down there that's going to play really good defense. Chet is going to play good defense. He's going to get a lot of block shots. So it's not going to be easy for Siakam, who's 6'8", 6'9", to really get his shots off against Chet. Miles Turner, he gets hot and cold every now and then. He'll hit some big shots, but it's more so about rebounds down there. And I think more than likely, it's the rebound battle might more than likely go towards OKC. Now, when it comes to SGA, he doesn't have to worry about a lot of double teams in this series because they still have to worry about J-Dub. They got to worry about Lou Dort. They got to worry about Chet. If you look at the Knicks, all they had to worry about on offense was Cat and Brunson. Everyone else was minuscule offensively. OG wasn't attacking like he needed to, even though he had the mismatch with the smaller guard on him. And Mikal Bridges is not that great of a shooter. He's never been that great of a scorer in the NBA. And I mean, you look at Mitchell Robinson and Josh Hart, they're not necessarily scorers that much either. And Josh Hart, even in the series, he's more of a up and down kind of a scorer. So if he's not driving the ball up and down, he airballing 3-point shots in the corner. So he ain't gonna be able to do too much. I don't see that happening with OKC. I just think OKC is the better team, and I think the better team is gonna win. And I got OKC in 6.
You say OKC. Oh, say can you see? Pacers in 6. Joe said SGA, PGA, OKC in 6. Dave said OKC in 6. Jordan told us about the turnovers, the 3 points. I think it's gonna come down. All that's gonna matter, but I think the person that's calling the timeouts and drawing up the plays is gonna be the one that's really gonna dictate what happens here. And Rick Carlisle gonna have to coach like he never coached before. Oh wait, Rick Carlisle been here before, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was underdog in the finals against a team, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they found a way to win that one, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
A guy didn't show up, but I'm just saying.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that.
I got you, Dave.
Glad you said that.
I can't take a shot at Jordan and not take a shot at LeBron too. A guy didn't show up, but Rick Carlisle was there. And his best player, and then a couple role plays. Jason Terry took that real personal and said, we're gonna win this one. They found a way to do it. Neither one of these teams have been in the finals in a long time. Well, one of them knew so, but other than that, it's been a long time. OKC lost to LeBron. That was a young team. It's tough. It's tough. This one's gonna be tough. But I gotta go with the high hand. And they both got high hands.
Come on, Tomo.
I'm going Pacers in 7.
Oh,
Wow.
Pacers in 7. It's gonna be a dog fight.
it is. I like this matchup.
Dog fight. Because the thing about these two teams, and it's not even just the players on the court, it's everything behind everything that got them here. The NBA owners are like, thank you. No more super teams, maybe. We can get back to drafting and, just making our own moves. Maybe these GMs could go out there and pull some Howie-esque type deals so we can get, just building a real team here. And LeBron's on his way out, so it's kind of funny that he on his way out and two teams from small markets make it to the finals, and they both are basically homegrown. Of course, they traded a little trade here and there, but it wasn't a mega star that they traded for. And they both play good basketball. Like, this ain't everybody putting up a 3. Like we talked about SGA. There's no way you should see a player get almost 20 points from the mid-range. This is not happening in this NBA. And he's doing it with effortless. Then you got J-Dub backing him up. But I don't know, Tom. I might gotta go back OKC. I don't know. It's gonna be a dog. I'm going with the Pacers though. They got me here. They got me tied with Dave. I've been picking the Pacers all the way through. I think they're going to close it out, and this is going to be the Cinderella story. I know I seen Carl say the clock struck 12, but at the end of the day, even if I lose, we all get some entertaining basketball, and I wouldn't even be mad at my pick, but Pacers in 7.
He said that, Carl. I don't know if you heard that, but he mentioned that.
Ty, you want to say something?
Yeah. All I want to say is, even if we do somehow kind of lose, it don't matter to me. You know why? Because either way, I still got the best team in the chat, so I don't care.
You do. We're
gonna win anyway.
Look at Dave.
You do. He's right. I do want to say this though.
I ain't saying nothing. All I'm saying is when I said that, it was that's all you settling for. But I mean, I guess because it's tied.
Oh, you right, Dave.
So
you already know you're gonna lose. Why? Come on now.
What?
Come on, Dave. You already know. But
you're right, because I didn't say that when we was in the finals.
Want a better jersey?
See, when you pick Miami, when you pick, you
should want a better jersey.
Ty,
Joe.
Sure, you want Ty?
Want to buy me another one?
Look, listen, I'm having deja vu. Are you sure?
You want to buy me another one?
Let's do it. Let's do it back. I'm down for it.
You sure? Just send me a Nimhart jersey.
Are you sure?
Just send me a Nimhart jersey. You got my
address. I'll take SGA. I'll take it.
Okay.
Dang, Ty, I ain't want to do it. But look,
I was gonna take the bet if he asked me. I was gonna say yeah. I was gonna say yes.
But real quick, I do disagree with you, Dave, for one thing you said. When you mentioned Mikal Bridges, I think he is a capable scorer. I forgot to mention this on the Tibbs segment. Tibbs don't run nothing for him. Do y'all know that Jalen Brunson in the playoffs, right? Sorry, against the Pacers, Jalen Brunson, 17% of his touches were. 17% of the game he was in isolation mode. Cat, 15% of the game he was in isolation mode. Mikal Bridges 4%. I couldn't even find OG in the numbers. I mean, OG don't get the ball. I tell you, every time OG get the ball, it's over a broken play. And he got Nembhard guarding him. Like, bruh, what y'all doing? So that was a coaching problem. We ain't having that problem with OKC. And Ty, here's how y'all can win. Number one, if they put Chat on Siakam has to go at him, like be aggressive, like literally dip his shoulder to this dude Chat, push him back, be aggressive on Chat, get him in early foul trouble. Hartenstein, J-Mo mentioned, Miles Turner. Hartenstein could be not unplayable, but he could be a liability on the floor because Miles Turner could stretch that floor out and keep him out of the paint. So defensively, he could be a liability. He won't be as effective. And lastly, rebounding. OKC, they give up 12 rebounds, offensive rebounds a game, which is fourth worst in the playoffs. They also give up 46 rebounds a game, which is worse. But the problem is y'all the worst rebounding team in the playoffs. Y'all don't rebound either. So
I knew it was something actually.
So if y'all gotta take advantage of that. Like they give up a lot of offensive boards. So and y'all shoot already a high field goal percentage. So second chance opportunity is gonna be key for y'all. So and then somebody asked me, I forget who it was. Who would you rather see in the finals? Who would be a better matchup for OKC? The Knicks, who's one of my friends. The Knicks or the Pacers? I said the Pacers.
Pacers.
Yeah, the Pacers will be able. This will be before the series started. I like the Pacers. Like the Knicks. Come on, man. Jalen Brunson. Come on.
That would have been a sweep if the Knicks got here. They already got swept.
But
you might as well just hand them the trophy, honestly.
Yeah,
but the Pacers better matchup because of the playing style they have. Yeah, because OKC they be missing from three. They be missing from three. So when if them games they all from three, they gotta take care of the ball. So Halliburton, his efficiency on offense is gonna be very important, and Siakam's aggressiveness, like against like Chat, like he's gonna be kind of the not mismatch, but he's gonna be kind of the. They might throw Caruso on Siakam.
They will.
They might do that.
They will. I think we're gonna see the other Jalen Williams a lot more in this series because we didn't see him in the last series that much, but I think we're gonna see him more in this series just to help as far as like big bodies.
And he is stretched. He's stretched big too, and he could go on the perimeter.
I believe we'll see him more.
And I love him, Jan Dog.
They ain't gonna put Caruso on him.
Yeah, they will. I mean, they put Caruso on Jokic. What makes you think they're not gonna put him on him?
They put him on Jaren Jackson Jr. too.
Exactly. I don't mean Jokic's the best player in the league.
No, I get you, Todd, but Caruso ain't slow. He a guard. And he was guarding Randall too. He guarded Julius Randall too last series.
Sure did. He guarded whoever he could. He guarded I think he not Rudy. Rudy too daggone tall.
They're not gonna play Hartenstein and Chat a lot together this series.
I think it's gonna be Chet and Jalen Williams more so down there together because they both can stretch the floor and they both big bodies.
Another thing too.
Because of Miles Turner.
Another thing is on your side, Ty, J-Dub. I mean, like, yeah, he played good in game 7. I mean, game 6. He played good. And J-Dub, what ignites him is turnovers. If y'all allow him to get a couple of steals, a couple of fast breaks, it's gonna boost his confidence, then it's different. But J-Dub hit and miss. I mean, J-Dub hit and miss. I get Chat had a good game 6 too. Like game 6, everybody forgot about the bad games these two dudes had. Like now Chat has been like a steady 15 to like 20 points. But J-Dub, bro, his whole play been a roller coaster. So I would double SGA. I would make somebody else.
You mean game 5, right? Because that didn't go 6.
I'm at game 4. Game 4 in Minnesota. Game 4 in Minnesota. If
I'm y'all, their life in game 6.
Yeah. Game 6, he was on a boat somewhere, you know.
Yeah.
But
998.
Dang.
Pink cookies get crushed by buildings.
But yeah, like double SGA, make J-Dub beat y'all, man. And they don't be hitting their threes.
You double SGA, I think you're gonna get it. You're gonna find trouble if you double SGA because the SGA is not. He can get out of doubles, so I don't know if he wants.
No, he'll pass it.
He will, but what I'm saying is he know how to get out of doubles. He ain't gonna sit around and just try to pass the ball. I've seen multiple times where he's been doubling. He'll call someone to go somewhere else to cut, so the other guy can go over there. So all I'm saying is he know how to run the offense. So you double him if you want to. It's gonna cost you.
My keys to the victory are to pay the refs more than SJ paid them. That's it.
Here we go.
Do you know?
Here we go.
You know the Pacers take more free throws than OKC in the playoffs, right?
We don't take more than SGA.
Yo, at the same time.
He's
Hey.
on OKC, Ty. What you mean?
Yo,
Yo.
like, are you really think like
I think he trolling. He
are
trolling.
you
He
part of that
gotta
free
be
throw
trolling.
motion thing? I hope you're not, Ty. Are you
He
part of
gotta
that?
be
I'm about to
He's
say.
I like SGA. I like SGA. But I think we're going. The reason I think we're going to win. I think our bench is better than their bench. I think we are going to sometimes double. Yes, our bench is better. I think we're going to sometimes. We are going to sometimes.
I think it's
double
close.
SGA. What you say?
I think
said,
y'all bench has
think
been
it's
playing
close.
better. Yeah,
I
y'all
think it's
have been
close.
playing better in the
Casey
playoffs.
Wallace, Aaron Wiggins, Jalen Williams. They got some.
But Aaron
really good-
Wiggins,
Isaiah Joe. They got
but
some good
like,
players on the bench. Alex Caruso, he counts. So
see, I think in the playoffs the Pacers bench have been better. Like,
yeah,
Wiggins,
they play better for sure.
Wiggins, bro, if they're not winning by 30, Wiggins ain't doing nothing much. Like,
I mean, Wiggins and Wallace too. Casey Wallace was missing some
Casey
shots, especially in Game 4. He was breaking like crazy. I was like, bruh.
but no, Casey been playing well. Casey been playing good.
But
And
what I'm
Caruso, that's it though.
defensively, yes, but offensively, Casey has not
Casey
been that well.
He has been well. From 3, he has been well.
Nah, I remember vividly. Game 4, Game 5, he was breaking like crazy.
Game 4, he had a crucial. It was a run with just Casey Wallace. Like in Denver, he had some key threes. I think Casey Wallace and
I'm
Caruso
just talking about the last
good.
series. Last series, Casey Wallace wasn't that good. That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
Like I was saying, I think our bench is better than their bench. And then another thing with SG, another thing with OKC is in the playoffs, the offensive rating dropped. Yeah, the defensive rating went up, but the offensive rating dropped. I think in order to beat us, you got to outscore us.
That's because their 3-point shooting went down.
Yeah, their 3-point shooting is terrible right now.
You got to outscore us. If you can't outscore us, if you let us get around 120, game over.
I mean, but they've done it before, so they know how to do that. They can outscore people. I mean, they beat Minnesota by 30 in the last game. They put up 124 and beat them 94. I mean,
Minnesota ain't this though.
Yeah,
I guess they have the ability to do that.
Vision.
They do have the ability to blow y'all out though.
Yeah, I'm gonna say they done it before. They're so good defensively. You better hope that you get to 100 points. Not saying that y'all can't, but get to 100. If not, it's over.
Cause both games y'all had early leads. Both games, like the first game y'all were up like 20 something to like 9. Then the second game y'all were up big again, and then like halftime
They just went on a run.
You talking about OKC over in the playoffs?
Okay,
but that's a regular season though.
Yeah, regular season don't necessarily matter right now.
I mean, the Pistons beat the Knicks in regular season.
Dang, Joe.
That wasn't a child's car. It was real life. You know.
No, I'm glad you said that. He was on a Terp not doing much. Last time a Spartans talk, you see what happened to that team.
Exactly.
Just saying. We're guaranteed to win the finals. And you at home watching with me.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Let's get it. All right, Ty. You know, appreciate you. Your last word?
Pacers in 6. Oh yeah. Also, like you watch in the Red Corner tomorrow.
What time
I've
tomorrow?
been asking y'all when y'all
That's
gonna have another show. You just now letting
7.
So,
You know now, man. You know live. There you go.
It's messed up.
Tomorrow at 7. Be there.
I ain't gonna be there. I'm traveling tomorrow.
Oh. All right. So who watching? Be there. Whoever's watching, be there tomorrow at 7.
I'll be watching. Wednesday, I'll be watching.
We got a lot to talk about.
I can't wait. Let's get it.
Yeah. Especially them 2 fights in August, but I ain't gonna say too much.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised you didn't say OKC gonna take a knee, but all right.
Well, it is. I was gonna say that, but I said no, I ain't gonna say it.
It's all good. All right, well,
All right,
appreciate you. See you tomorrow, Ty.
Let's get it. Man. Pacers in 6. That's what he said.
Pacers in 6. OKC in 6. So we are square.
I just knew you was gonna go Pacers. I knew it. That's how I know. That's how I know you lost. You
Hold
lost
on, before we go forward, right?
I'm about to
So
say, we going game by game, player.
So we doing that?
Are we?
I'm
You
with
said
that.
you agreed to it.
You know I'm with it. I mean, I had no other option.
Look, he trying to get back in the fight.
I told you.
begging.
I told you. Did I say that?
I'm begging.
I said Joe needed, so I know he go. I know he go after that.
I'm down one thing.
All right, Tank.
Yeah.
All right, Tank.
I'm good with it.
All right, so it's game by game,
Okay.
and the tiebreaker is.
I already have a tiebreaker because remember I had.
Well, if there's
early
a
in the season.
tiebreaker, then we gotta go back to all the series, right?
Yeah, I had a tiebreaker early in the season, early in the playoffs.
Now, obviously, so we get a point before we get a game right? We should get a point. We get pick the team right for the whole series, right?
Yeah,
and we get a point if you pick all the games right. Like you got OKC in what, Dave?
6.
So you got him in 6. You gotta go 5 now, player.
No, they're going 6, bro.
Okay.
I was for sure you're gonna do 5. You said 5 in the chat. Why you change your mind?
I was not saying 5 in the chat. What are you talking about?
Did. You said I got him in 5. You did.
No, I did not.
So if I pull it up, will you change your pick to 5?
If you put it up, I'll change it. But I vividly remember saying in 6.
Let's do it like I'm in. Let's do it like I'm in. I'm gonna find this.
Look, there you go. Look, they going to the chats. So this segment here, this is our Lock 'em In segment, and as you can clearly see, this is we do a little on-air betting as well in our chats. But I need to go back and I'm gonna write down what Carl said because I like what you said, Carl. As far as if you have any bad habits or anything like that, make sure you call the number because we want to let you all know that these are our opinions and we know that some things can be addictive. And I'm not gonna say what I said in the comments that day because I don't want to get banned, but go back and watch the show. So the Lock 'em In segment here is where we pick either a game or we do prop bets, but you can add this to your parlay, or you can also you can just do a single bet. And I see Joe. I don't know if Joe's looking for the actual statement that Dave made or if he's looking for a game, but right now
he's looking for the statement. That's what he doing.
Yeah, I'm about to say, sports is really dwindling down and my hot streak is done as far as NHL. So I got to really scour the planet a little bit to find some of these games. But shout out to the Chicago Sky for winning that game for me because I'm back, baby. So with that being said, Dave, you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
I am picking the I don't like that one. Come back to me. Come back to me. Come back to
All
me.
right. So I know I'm gonna sound crazy on this one. Some people may say it's a.
Oh no! I got one. I got one. I'm good. I'm taking the Florida Panthers tomorrow at +1.5 against the Edmonton Oilers.
Okay, I'm taking the. This is a tough one because every time I bet on the home team, they get blown out. So I think I'm gonna go the opposite. I'm gonna go the opposite. All right, I'm gonna go the opposite. I'm gonna go Chicago Cubs -1.5 over the Nets. Oh wait, excuse me, because you said it, Bucko. They play tomorrow. Where they at? Because you was talking bad. Who the Tigers play? Who they play? They play the White Sox. Never mind. I'm gonna stick with mine. White Sox is terrible. I thought the Nats was terrible. I picked the Cubs -1.5 over the Nationals.
All right. Let me go.
Go.
I'm gonna take +1. I'm gonna take Cleveland Guardians +1.5 against the Yankees.
Against who?
Yankees.
Okay. Okay. So remember, everyone out there, you're writing these down. He said also nobody picked the Tigers. Hopefully anyone that's watching, please add the Tigers to your parlay because it looks like that may be a real lock 'em in. I don't know. Maybe Carl knows something I don't. But again, these are our opinions. So once you play your game and you win your game, come back, become a member because we have a VIP chat. We have a parlay chat where you can participate in, or you can also go in and tell people your lock 'em in and figure out other lock 'em ins. Joe is really looking for that statement. Man. He's locked in, Dave.
Because he's not gonna find it.
All you had to
Yo,
do is
why-
write 5.
He's not gonna find it because it's not in there. It's not in the. It's not in the
6
NBA
different
chat
ways.
or the R2 chat. I know what I said. I said in 6. I never said in 5. I knew I
Could have
did.
put Cinco.
Joe about to be searching like crazy, but he's not gonna find it.
So let's
I
get
don't
our
know.
last words and you can find them.
All right, let me my last words real quick. That's crazy. Hold on. All right. My last
Oh,
word.
there you go, Joe. Carl
What?
got you. Dave didn't say it.
Thank you.
Okay,
It was
so
him and AJ.
oh, they deleted it.
Look.
Like, all right. My last words. Great show, y'all. Shout out to my brothers right here, Dave and Tomo. Shout out to my boy Ty, Pacers fan. Congrats to you again. Shout out to my boy Teddy for representing his Yankees in the baseball in our community. Shout out to, if y'all haven't seen it, I have posted the award winners so far in on Instagram. So go look and see if you're up there, whatever. And if you are close, it's a close race across the board. So like, hop on some shows. You got until July 15th. All right, and then maybe July 20. Later on July we'll do a show and announce all the winners. All right. Shout out to everybody as far as the network. Shout out to everybody in the R2L community. Shout out to my boy Lambo Anlo on the intro. Shout out to my brother Ed Han for the logo. And shout out to my brother Javon, Mr. RBO. Today is his birthday. 34 years old. Sorry, 34 years young. Shaq year. This is time. It's time to dominate. It's time to dominate, right?
Man, we
Shaq
pushing
year.
40.
I was just about to say that, Tomo.
Hey, Tomo, Paul Pierce here. What's the future? Right? So, yeah, man, shout out to Javon. Pray you see me anymore. And Commanders, man, a lot of great things about JD5, like always. Man, we ready, man. This year we're looking for MVP and we're looking for a division title. And we're looking to go extra step for last year. So we're looking to do next year. We're gonna get to the football season soon. And Kings, you lost a trade, obviously. Soon the Pacers lost. I'm getting notifications, and the Kings traded Tyrese Halliburton. How many times you gonna remind me? I know that already. But I get it because when JJ Redick talked about us, I reminded him all the time. All right, so I get it. No ill will to nobody. But Kings, man, like always, give me y'all one off season, see how y'all go, and then I'm just sad that I'm back to watching meaningless basketball with my Kings. So right now, I'm just rooting for the teams I pick. So right now, I'm an OKC fan until proven otherwise. But yeah, that's it.
For me, Pat Riley needs to be fired. I know I'm gonna say that pretty often. I'm hearing that we're going for DeMar DeRozan. That's not an answer, Miami. Pat Riley, I don't know what you're doing. Just go ahead and give it up. Just give it up. It's not gonna work. San Francisco, you continue to improve the defense. So that's good. Bryce Huff is a fit for this defense. He played in this system before, so he knows how to play in this. As long as he's healthy, he should be fine. Eagles took on the majority of that contract, so I'm good with that. Appreciate it. Appreciate you taking care of that contract for me. There's been some people talking about Brandon Ayuk and his social media. Do y'all ever think maybe he just a huge fan of T.O.? Maybe that's just what the case is. Instead of y'all thinking that he's going to do the same thing T.O. is doing, maybe he just likes T.O. Can we stop trying to create controversy in San Francisco? It's been clean for a minute now. So just stop.
But what about Julio?
Just stop.
What about Julio, though?
Julio was also a great receiver. He likes Julio. Isn't he one of the best receivers to ever play in the game?
He was nice. He also played with Kyle Shanahan.
I got nothing to do with that. T.O. never did. T.O. never played for him, so it ain't got nothing to do with me.
I'm just picking up what he's putting down. That's
He
all
paid
I'm
for the
saying.
organization, though.
he played for an organization. That whole regime has been gone a long time ago.
No, wasn't Shanahan an offensive coordinator? Mike Shanahan was honest?
Yeah, Kyle Shanahan wasn't on the team though.
But Mike Shanahan though.
What that got to do with Kyle?
6
Kyle
years of
wasn't even in the
separation,
league.
bro. I'm just
I mean,
saying.
Kyle was around though.
Kyle was not a coach during that time. He was not. He was a kid.
He was an intern.
We just, you know, we got a 10 for you hat. That's all. Go ahead.
Yeah, I hear y'all. That's all I really gotta say, honestly, man. That's it. I ain't really got much else to say. Yeah, that's it. And for those still calling SGA a free throw merchant, just stop watching basketball because you don't know what you're talking about. OKC in 6.
All right. Well, shout out to our superstar members. You know, shout out to Worm, Joe, Dave, myself, Teddy, Cardo, Coach Coombs. Happy B-Day again, RBO Vaughn.
Yep, happy B-Day.
Lamar, Giovanni, Chris, Decorius, Mike, Taniqua, Tone, and Mike again. And my last words is more so, Dave, don't worry about what Brandon and you posting. I don't know how old this post was, but I was doing some scrolling myself. I'm hearing that some players in their OTAs outside of Michael Parsons. It's a wide receiver up there in DC that ain't showing up neither now.
Scary Terry.
Hey, you know, they've been letting some stuff breeze over. Ain't nobody been talking about it.
My man said I need a new contract.
I'm
so
just saying, you hearing all these good things about JD5, but you need to pay your guys.
That lets you know that. Tomo, that lets you know that's really San Francisco ties. Because where the controversy come from? San Francisco. Look, Adam Peters just took it over there to DC.
Yo, Dan Quinn said, right? They asked him how's Terry things going, Terry? He said, oh, he's having a great off season.
I bet.
Yeah, so we good. He getting paid.
Stephon Diggs had a great off season too. It depends on what you want to say the off season is. I'm just saying. Debo went over there and was like, I wouldn't do that if I was you. I'm just saying.
There you go.
I've been here with Adam. I've been here with Adam before. That's my boy, but I'm just saying, you know, I'm on a 1-year deal. Start looking. But you know, we got to stir the pot a little bit. Mike ain't at OTAs neither. So I feel your pain.
This man on a Cowboys media thing and then go to OTAs.
Yeah. That's what he did. He showed up.
It's voluntary, so he don't have to.
I gotta make sure I show my face on this camera for 2.5 hours.
I gotta let you know I need to get paid. Kyler Smith was on there too, and he's like, I gotta get paid too. I know they gave me the 5th-year option, but I need to get paid too. Everybody trying to get paid. So that's all I'm just saying. That was more so my last word. I want to be like, I seen this and I was like, I don't know how true this is, but it's ain't a lot of players not showing up at OTAs, but yet and still, you know, they talking about Brandon Ayuk, they talking about Michael Parsons, but didn't this team they went to a conference championship? They ain't did that in 29 years. Why they not getting no publicity? Why they not talking about what's going on over there?
No, they ain't saying nothing about that.
They ain't said nothing, but they got a stadium. You see what I'm saying? They got a new stadium. Nah, the pressure's on. They need to be talking about that. You know? They another thing with the NFC East, they talking about George Pickens to the Cowboys, but then the Eagles win the Super Bowl. Ain't Saquon Barkley on Madden? There's so much stuff you can talk about.
Go.
I want to talk about seeing they make the playoffs.
Shout out to the Eagles, man. You know, y'all won a Super Bowl, and then you know the guy that helped you get there. Not say he's the only reason you got there, but the guy that helped you get there. You know, he on the cover. He on the cover. So congratulations, congratulations, man.
I'm just saying, man.
Learn from experience.
Oh my goodness.
Just from experience. You know, had CMC on there. He only played 4 games last year, so I mean, I'm just saying. Congratulations.
That's all I had to say, man. The NFC East got so much stuff to talk about, but they too busy talking about Pickens and the Cowboys. Man. And so many other teams is doing stuff in the NFL. Don't worry about Pickens, man. Don't worry about.
And I told you so, because I told y'all this last year. I said, I said, watch Saquon gonna be the cover, and I mean,
hey, Tomo, I'm like no hand for your head coach though. Go ahead.
I like everything he's saying. You know, since Kev put that in, we can get out of here. You know, I'm getting Nick Sirianni vibes. You know, just building a culture. You know, I clown Nick Sirianni. I don't like him too much, but he got his team to the Super Bowl. You know, what, two, three times. If he could do the same thing in Dallas, I ain't mad at him. You know, just keep talking, just keep doing your thing, player. But sign Terry.
That's what that is.
Hashtag free Terry.
It's about to be free Saquon. You know what I mean? Giants fans is going crazy right now that he on the cover. Of
Yeah,
course they
well,
are. Oh,
Saquon
one more
is
thing.
Me, I'm trolling. I don't really want the guy to be on the cover or
nah.
nothing like that. But you know,
the
I don't
power
want that
of
to
the
happen to him.
it's just funny because I predicted it. I said this before the season ended last year.
You did.
You did. You called it. You called it. It was either him or Jalen Hurts.
It was one of the two.
Stay away from JD5. Stay away from him.
They're gonna do a rookie cover. All the rookie quarterbacks I heard they're gonna be on that one. So Bo Nix, all of them. But Joe, I want to say this one more thing for the NFC East because I know we definitely gotta get out of here. We 4 minutes over time. But somebody said about the NFC East being on Hard Knocks. They said the Giants have got the worst luck in NFL history. They got one of the toughest schedules with a rookie quarterback. Well, they don't even know who's gonna start at quarterback. But then talk about a front office that don't want to be on Hard Knocks again.
I know they just went through this.
Like, here they go again, recording everything we gotta say, bro.
I'm definitely tuning in this time though.
Oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
When do it air? They say.
It's in season, so it gotta probably start in like September, right?
Yeah,
Probably like the
something
second week of the season.
Looking forward to it, but it's all training camp stuff, right?
Mhm.
Nah, it's in season.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
So-
you ain't
so-
watched the one with the AFC North? It's in season, so it's gonna be week by week.
So
Oh,
they're gonna record and publish like immediately, or it's
It's
like
gonna be
I
after
don't
the
know.
game.
I don't know if it's gonna be immediately, but
yeah, of course after the game. I'm saying like during week 10, we're gonna get the video. You're gonna get the episode before week 11.
Yeah.
It was like that.
Yeah, go back
Oh.
and watch the one with the Ravens. It's just like that. They was talking
Oh,
about when the Steelers, they was showing Mike Tomlin talking about how they was preparing for the Steelers. I mean, preparing for the Ravens. And then how the game went, they got to go back to the next week, depending upon when they taped it. It might be the same episode. You got to go back and hear him talk about that. Nah, it's going to be good.
Oh, okay. Let's get it.
There we go.
All right, y'all. That's all we have for y'all today, and we'll see y'all Friday at the very next episode.
Peace.
Peace out. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.